You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Now, let me ask you this, man. We at the trenches right now, the face-offs,
Yes.
It's big controversy going on.
Yes.
Big controversy with this card, and like I was telling Eazy, it's actually a good thing. More people are actually, paying attention to the card because of the controversy. But somebody in the culture like you, 10 toes down in the culture,
Right.
how can I even ask you, because you're compromised media, right?
Compromised media.
We're
Yes, I'm
compromised. Me and you, we're compromised media. Yeah, right?
Yeah. Connected media.
Yeah, how do you feel about the situation, and how much can you actually comment on, everything that's transpired with the whole thing with the car?
So the thing is, man, is like you can't tell any man or any entity how to run their business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've always operated on the principles. You can't tell people how to feel. You know what I mean? I think that, once you in a situation where two entities are bumping heads, it's gonna be casualties in that, and it's gonna be profiteers, right? So that type of thing, you know what I mean? And that's the issue. It's messy to me because ultimately we want to see everybody win. If you're a battle rap fan, you just care about just set the battle up. I just want to see the damn battle.
Right.
What do I even got it? But we in this era now, you know what I'm saying, where everything is transparent to a point. And I don't necessarily think that helps business a lot of times. But this is where we are now. So this being in front of us, I think the one thing, fans shouldn't have to feel like they gotta choose necessarily. That'd be the one thing, you know what I'm saying? You stand on what you stand on, but ultimately, if you shun one league, you're talking about not just the league owner or not just the person you don't like, you're talking about everybody else on the card. So that's why I can't shit on a whole league, because it's like, there's 14 people on that card, and I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of issue that I got in terms of like how everything panned out in terms of what URL did and what Eazy did in response. It's like, it's kind of been a build-up, you know what I'm saying? Eazy kind of broke through the matrix a bit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if there was a contingency plan for that. You know, on the other side, they feel like, well, we've made these investments, you know what I'm saying? So we want to protect those investments that we made. I can't be mad at, these situations. I just feel like I wish it was a way for everybody to kind of be able to speak, but now the toothpaste is already out the tube. And
Well,
this is
I think the
that's
biggest
what we-
thing is the delayed reaction, where as though Danny canceled like yesterday. Yesterday. You know what I mean?
That's
So
a
it's like
tough part.
that seems to be the biggest thing people are talking about. I like Eazy got past the whole, the Holmesy thing and the True Folk thing and the Swamp thing. And he revamped the card and did a great job, put together a nice card,
Exactly,
But then when you have something like this happens, with the whole Danny 2 days before, great battle, man. Him and Rosenberg, I was really looking forward to that.
That's
too.
a great battle. That's why I think the anger is, because we know what Rosenberg was going to do.
Yeah.
And we know who Danny's been for the last 12 years. So
Right.
it's like,
Right.
bruh, like, you know what I'm saying? So even getting past that, it's a tough situation because, we know Danny as I've seen Danny fly into state, kick ass, and lead. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's been notoriously easy to work with. Give shots, will battle your local guy who needs the look and stuff like that, and do that, and just do that with humility. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so the character thing, you know what I'm saying? The assassinations of his character, I don't necessarily think is fair. And on some cultural shit, it's like, bro, like I could say one thing to you, Uncle Ra, on some cultural shit, where we like, yo, this for the culture. I hang up that phone with you, I gotta look at my girl and my kids. And it's like, for the culture, we need that.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right.
I can't fault a man for taking an opportunity to get a different situation, knowing that everybody's independent contractors, and we've seen people take one deal and leverage that for another one. It wasn't necessarily the case here, but it kind of comes off where he looks like a casualty to some, and he looks like a profiteer to others. That's why I said there's casualties and there's profiteers in war. You got to position yourself on the thing that you feel like is long-term best for you, and the consequence of that you have to take, right? So if the consequence of this is that with what Eazy's doing and whatever connections is there, maybe those opportunities aren't available for Danny, or maybe there's an opportunity for him to make up a situation. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
Culture's beating them up right now. I know that.
It's difficult. I think part of it though is just like we said. I want to see Rosenberg versus Danny Myers. Like that's my main.
I
you know what I'm saying?
wanted to see it too.
But I also think that there's definitely a lot of people in the culture that are like, the corporate side of it all bothers them. the one thing, like what people, street dudes tell me, you don't get a gun unless you plan to use it. You don't do paperwork unless you plan to use that. That's what that's for. You know what I'm saying? And it's not pretty. It's not what it is. And I just think on the business side, just in general, we all got to tighten up. You know, independent contractor in 2023 battle rapper is not the same as it was in 2009.
Right.
So everything has to update. Everybody got to get more mature in their business dealings. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault Eazy for being upset about it. I can't fault Danny for making his decision. And I can't fault URL for protecting their business.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of this stuff could have been prevented beforehand, though. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
I think that's my biggest issue.
Yeah.
Like, it happens. Like you said, casualties of war. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was, and I don't speak out much, man. I don't really give my opinion. I just thought that 2 days before, I was like, God damn, why?
Like,
Why?
That's the part that...
Now we're not going to get the battle, and, then the card is shortened now, and, so...
Yeah, that's the part that is...
Yeah.
That sucks because you can't even replace that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of talent that would have loved to... show up, and I'm sure it's probably a bunch of people that hit Eazy like, bro, I got bars. Like, what's up?
Right.
Danny Myers, I come through, say today. But it's just, you want to present a certain quality. So I respect that, man. I'm just, because I'm not intimately involved in it, I've managed people, I've definitely helped corral and do some business. But when you're talking at the level that they at, it's kind of tough to tell a man or anybody what they should feel or what they should do. You know
if you put yourself in any one of those shoes, it's like, what would you do?
Exactly.
Like, that's the whole thing. We can say what we would do, but unless you're the person in that situation, it's hard to say.
Exactly.
So,
and and just like on the same token, Eazy got a family to feed too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a, you know what I mean? It's like that. So
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.